Okay, hi, Dan and Erica. Instead of having a meeting on Thursday, I thought I would just create this Zoom recording because the ImageJ stuff is actually pretty easy. And having this recording, it'll be better for you because you can go back and see instead of me showing you once and you having to remember it over and over again, right? So I'm going to share my screen here and kind of go through the process of first downloading ImageJ and then using it. Okay, so if you search in Google, ImageJ NIH, it will create this query, and you click on, ImageJ National Institutes of Health. And here is the full address here, up here. You can type in if you can't find it. So you get to this page, you hit download. I have a Windows machine, so I'm going to click that. It is downloading here, as you can see, in the bottom left. Takes a few seconds to download, and you click on it. It'll show you where it is, and here's the application, right? Before you can run the application, though, you do need to extract all of the items. So you just hit extract. And this will take about a minute. So here is in the video where you can just fast forward about a minute because this does take a little while. Okay, so now that it's been extracted, you click on ImageJ, and now this application will open after you give the permissions. The permissions line will show up soon. Not really sure why this is being annoying, but okay, there we go. It opened up. Okay. Another way you can do it is just go down here to the search bar and search ImageJ, and it will show up. Oh, I have to allow this access. Now there's like a ton of them open now. Just took it a while. So you should be able to search here for ImageJ. Why isn't it popping up? If I X out of it, will it pop up? I just want you guys to be able to find this. Okay, here we go. All right, so now if we click ImageJ, here's the application. When it's open, it won't show up, I guess, is what it is. All right, so it looks like just this tiny little bar. So I'm going to get rid of this stuff here. So it's just this little bar here. And first we want to open a file. So file, open, and I'm going to give you guys certain files. But first off, I'm just going to take the second picture from 1362. All right, so here is a picture. It has a couple zooplankton. And you should go back to, here's a screen grab of the data sheet with highlighted, this is, the first fish of 1362. And the second picture, you can see there's 3 items: harpacticoid, unknown copepod, and calanoid. And as I said before, I label things, left to right, top row, then the second row. So the first one, which is harpacticoid, would be here, and then the unknown copepod here, and the calanoid here. All right. So to measure these, we first need to set the scale. And the scale is going to depend on the magnification. So this is 4.5 magnification here, as it says here in the label of the picture. So we're going to set our scale. All right, and at 4.5 magnification, 1 millimeter is, pretty sure it's 713. Let me double check. I'm gonna send you guys these things, don't worry. Let me check real quick. Yes, it is 713 pixels. So the 713 pixels in each millimeter at this magnification. So we're gonna hit OK. Now we can start measuring things. So we're gonna click on the line tool and use the line tool. So this first item is gonna be this harpacticoid here, and I'm just going to drag, create a line, and then hit analyze, measure, and it will measure. Here at the end is the length in millimeters, 0.471 millimeters. And then I can do this to the second item here. All right, and it shows up here. And then the third item. Okay, so now we have 3 items with 4 different lengths: 0.471, 0.838, and 0.746 millimeters. It's hard to tell, where the start and the end are sometimes, but really you want to go to the extremes, or even take a few measurements if you're not 100% sure, and then average those. But it should go, from the tip all the way down to what you can see. So here there might even be some setae or something. You can go, all the way out to the end of the setae. All right, so then when you have these measurements, I want you to put them into a new sheet. All right, this is a little bit more work as well. So there's a new sheet called Final. And in that sheet, I want you to put the fish ID, all right, the fish length, which you will measure, if the yolk sac was present, which you can see from the from this diet item, right? This data sheet. And then the diet item ID, which you get from the old data sheet, and then that length. So I put in these lengths here, where you just take the lengths from here and you put them in here. So that then I can sort these by diet item ID and then put in like the length weight equations, like, right, whatever the equation is equals blah, blah, blah times blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And then I can click and drag later to create the weights for all of these diet items. So you're really doing 2 things. You're measuring the diet items and the fish, and you're also creating this new data sheet that's going to be easy for me to use to calculate diet item weights. All right, let's go over fish real quick. We'll get rid of these. Don't save. Let's open a length. So this is the second fish. All right, so here, if we were just to take a length of this fish from here to here, that wouldn't really show the length of the fish, right? So I'm actually going to do two measurements. I'm going to do one measurement from here to where this bend is. Click a measure. Oh, first we need to reset our scale, right? Because this is a different magnification. If I were to take a measurement here to here and measure with the current calibration, it would say that it's over 1,000 millimeters, which we know is not true. So we have to recalibrate our scale because it's at a different magnification. And at 0.067 magnification, there are 100 pixels in 1 millimeter. So now we can measure. Oh, we got still see. That's not right. Wait a second. Let's do it again. Set scale. No, we just want 100. There's 100 pixels. The numbers. Oh, I need to put this in 1 millimeter. There we go. Okay. 100 pixels per millimeter. All right. Now let's measure this. Here we go. 10 millimeters. That makes sense. And then we measure the second part of the fish. Oh, don't want that. Now we have two measurements, and you'll have to add those two measurements up to get the length of the fish, right? Which you will put in here, right? For all of these die items, but you'll match up the correct fish, right? To the correct thing. Okay, so that is ImageJ. It's pretty easy. I'm gonna send you guys the calibration, right? So these different set scale, like what these different ratios are for each of the magnifications. And I'll also send you, figure out how to send you all the pictures I want you guys to do. And we're all gonna do the same pictures. Make sure you do these measurements before Thanksgiving. So like Wednesday at midnight. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing. This is the end of the presentation. Yeah.